Hello. Hi, Senna. No. It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking. I was writing out a message and I missed my transfer point. Hello. How are you? Are we doing good today? I'm just checking in with my retainer that I made off stream. I am supremely distracted today. Okay, I don't think I have an issue quite yet with space, which is good. Oh, right, because someone gifted it to me. Okay. Put this up for sale then. Nope. Have retained. No! That's not what it was. I'm losing it. So bad. I'm very much losing it. Okay, how much does this go for? I'm fine with 60. But I could do, I don't know, 75. Just for a little bit on it. Cool. That should be everything. I'm having a time. I haven't even done my proper greeting. I'm so sorry. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a wonderful day, wonderful night, everything. No, you finished a few moments. No, I'm so sorry. I saw you streaming and I'm like, oh, I should have joined her today. But no, it's okay. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. I'm almost done with a message to a friend, and then we can get started. So apologies for the slight delay. Where was my train of thought on this? Hi, Spacey. Hi. Miss Zenavoya. Miss Zenavoya works, I think. I think she's fine with that. Our little void guardian. Okay, I finished my very long message. That was important to get out of my system. Goodness gracious. Let me actually open up Stream Manager. Hang on. This is a terrible start to a stream. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me catch up on what has been said. Hedgehogs are nice. I do agree with that. Hello, Mop. Hello, Zena. Zena, if you want to, you can just chill around here. That's totally fine. I do not mind. Okay, thank you so much for your patience. I genuinely had to look up what we had to do next. It is level 24. Oh, I think before we leave, we should probably do... We could genuinely focus job quests first. Because we would have two, one at 25, one at 30 to finish off Lancer, and then we can do the level 30 job quest for turning into Dragoon. Spacey, good news. I'm so glad for you! Congratulations! That's huge. That's super huge. I'm always happy to hear that people are, like, able to find ways to take care of themselves. Not to get overly... Obviously, like, when people talk about personal stories on stream, they, like, leave out important information, right? So, I'm super proud of Spacey Papa because, you know, dealing with... I just want to put it out there that I'm super proud of him. How do I put this? He's always been one who's very, like, very analytical. Someone who very much, like, likes things in their place, things done a certain way. And when he was at work, that was perfect for him. But, since he was able to retire about 5 years ago, it kind of feels like he's been struggling to, like, actually settle into retired life, because he's very much like needs projects constantly, something to keep him active, something to work his mind. And he has been in talks with his doctor, and I think it's like 90% certain that he's going to have an anxiety diagnosis. And getting a diagnosis for someone in their upper age limits, especially his generation, is huge. It's such a huge move. And I'm glad that he's able to get some help for that. Hello! Goodness gracious, that... Sir, put a shirt on. But, yes, I'm... Especially because it happened so recently. Let me go to sleep so we can... Do you like to sleep? Thank you, Xana! Please get some good rest. But yeah, because I can't say much because of being on stream and in public and whatever, but I'm just very proud of him for making those steps to try and better himself and better his mind. And I think that's all I can really say on it, but yeah, very proud of him. What is this? Okay. Quest. It is good to see you again, Spacey, and stronger than when last we spoke. I need to get into the groove of speaking again. Whoo! Here while I'm on lunch, sup? Hey, Varix, what's up? I hope work is going good for you. Feel free to chill. We're probably going to be working on Lancer quests while you're here. Plainly, you have devoted many hours to training, which is just as well, for I have a mind to set you your next task. At the Bramble Patch, you came to grasp the true meaning of courage. I would have you put that courage to the proof before 3 masters of our art. In the many years since they began their training within these walls, these men have led very different lives, yet they share the distinction of being regarded amongst the finest lancers of their time. And just as they once looked to their seniors for inspiration, so too shall you look to them. By availing yourself of their wisdom, you will take another step toward becoming a fully fledged lancer. Your first instructor is a man named Mathaomi. Seek him out at Amarysai's Spire in the East Shroud, where he serves as a frontier sentry. The long years at his post have honed Mathaomi's perception. No detail escapes the man's piercing gaze. Present yourself before him for inspection, Spacey, and do as he bids you. Okay. Out we go. But yeah, all that to say, like, I'm really glad that you're getting help with that stuff. Oh, I can just leave from here. It's like across the map, but saving money. Taking orders from a still wielder? I mean, you know. Red everywhere. Yep, yep. Yep. I do have to ask though, Zena, did you do the dungeon? Because usually you can say like, oh, you did? Oh boy, yeah, yeah. When I tell you no one saw that coming. For those who may be further along in the story or completely caught up, our dear friend Zena here is also going through the MSQ. A little bit piecemeal, some on stream, some off stream, but right now she's working her way through Endwalker. And judging by her hints, she has just finished the level 75 dungeon. If you know anything about the level 75 dungeon, do not say anything. Because spoilers, as we all know. You freaked out! Yeah, yeah. 85, yes. I can't count. I don't know numbers. I didn't do studies for math. Oh, he's up. Goodbye, Curl. I guess I can zoom in a little bit. Hello, sir. You must be the young Lancer I was told to expect. Greetings and well met. I am Mathaomi, commander of the brave men and women of this spire. Now, let's have a good look at you. I see. You possess strength and skill in abundance. Of this there is no doubt, but you still want for experience. Oh, I don't doubt you've seen much and more. Mayhap you believe there is naught left out there to unnerve you. Yet the world is wide, and only the gods can claim to know all. You may be assured that the legendary Lancers of old faltered at times. No Lancer, nor any man, can foresee all possibilities, but he can steel himself for the unexpected. I would have you do just that. Take this bottle of fresh spoken blood and sprinkle it at the foot of the great tree to the north. Doing so will lure out creatures of the night, which you are to vanquish. Okay. I'm eternally grateful that the armor... Oh, wait, north. I know north and south. Yes, try the Cocoa Pebbles! That was my childhood, dude. Dungeons are danger, yes. I agree. They are danger, indeed. There we go. Just bats? That seems pretty... Then again, I think this is the level 25 one. So... I laugh in the face of danger. True! Oh, there's so many of them. What level is this? Yeah, it's level 25. Okay, so it's not bad. Ooh, boss fate. I think we did that one last time. Welcome back, lass, and well done. I bore witness to your battle with mine own eyes. The blood bat bewilders its prey with its ceaseless flittering, which makes putting a spear in the beast an exercise in frustration. Frustration that may easily have given rise to panic. Yet, to your credit, you fought on resolutely, and thus emerged the victor. Yuane has taught you well, young one. You have a way to go, to be sure, but beneath those rough-hewn edges, I see the makings of a great lancer. With my blessing, make your way to Buscaron's druthers in the South Shroud. It is there that your next instructor, Buscaron himself, waits. The man had a unique approach to our art. Though it is a fair while since he hung up his spear, his words are well worth hearing. Indeed, lancers visit him as much for his counsel as they do his mead, good though it is. By meeting Buscaron and availing yourself of his knowledge, your lance work will surely improve. Yippee! Not sure if it'll be good soggy. That's fair. Personally, I do not mind it soggy. But there's a vast number of people that do not like soggy cereal. Bro looked at the ground and started laughing in tears. Keck. And now I could teleport, but where's the fun in that? I should not be sleepy. I slept so much today. Ooh. Did I tune to this? No, I did not. Saga Zero standards on what's a Saga 5? That's fair. That's fair. Like, Cocoa Pebbles? We still have Cocoa Pebbles in my house. It's so tasty. Now, as someone who can no longer process dairy, I don't have it as often as I used to when I was a kid. But I also just don't have cereal very often in general. Though I wouldn't mind getting back into it. There's a lot of really tasty cereals. I tend to have a lot of cereal with yogurt now. Because for whatever reason, like, raw dairy gives me issue, but like, what's the word? Like yogurts and cheeses, those are fine. So it's something about the raw dairy that is just not vibing with me. I don't get it. Well, if it ain't Ywain's protege. I thought it was about time you arrived. I'm Buscaron, and this here's my place. In case you're wondering why old Ywain sent you, I should have mentioned I've not always been in the food and drink business. Before I opened the druthers, I manned an outpost not far from here. Any road, between keeping throats wet and bellies full, I ain't got a great deal of time to chat just now, so if you don't mind, I'll get on with educating you. Now, take this nice bottle of full flower mead. Wait, don't open it. This ain't that kind of lesson. No, I want you to make an offering of it at Mistal's Lance, which is a monument tucked away in a rocky cleft to the south of here. See the bottle safely there, complete with its contents, and when you come back, I'll tell you a story. Got all that? Good. And I'm not going too ham on the voice acting today, just so I don't wear myself out too much. Sugar-free Choco Jello? Regrets in the corner. Yeah, the sugar-free isn't great. At that point, you might as well just get the full sugar one. And I mean, Jello is to be making Jello with. It's not like... I love that this is just here at all times, I think. I really need to get some mounts that, like, suit Space Bun. Yeah. So you offered up the mead as I told you? And without drinking a drop? Very well, you should have a tale of me, as promised. Mistal is the man who founded the Lancers Guild, and the monument I sent you to was erected in his honor. Mistal was courage made flesh. Cut him, and I dare say he'd have bled the stuff. It was him who first identified the two aspects of a lancer's courage, as well as how to go about tempering them. And that weren't all he did. Seeing how the art had gone stale, what with our lancers keeping to the confines of the Twelves Wood, he sought to bring in new techniques and methods from faraway lands. The duty ping timer. If I can find it, like a clean version of it, I'll do it. Because I've been kind of thinking about it, because it's really funny. But Gridania was a different place in his day. The outside world was a thing to be shunned back then, and non-forestborn were considered faithless savages. It was even worse than now. Of course, old Mistal wasn't afraid to call that way of thinking what it was. A lot of ignorance and cowardice. To cut a long story short, despite a forest full of good old Gridanian stubbornness, he finally convinced the nation to open its doors to foreign lancers. And by blending their techniques together with his own, he gave the world the art which you now practice. To this day, the Lancers Guild accepts students regardless of their origin. That wouldn't have been possible if it hadn't been for Mistal. Us Lancers owe him much and more, and it's our charge to carry on his legacy. Never forget that. Eh? What's that? When's the trial? As much as I hate to disappoint, there isn't one. Your courage was never in doubt, lass. My part in your training's done. 'Tis time you visited your third and final instructor, a fellow named Vauclair. You'll find him whiling away his time at the Bobbing Cork, like as not. Oh, that's the name of an inn in Falgord Float, in case you don't know. Up in the North Shroud, that is. Vauclair's an old rival of mine. Me and him used to go at it till neither man could lift his spear tip off the ground. I warn you, he was a right stubborn bugger that back then, and the years ain't done much to improve his humors. So, good luck impressing him. Thank you. Let me send mine. Yeah! No, not the headphone battery. Take your time. Okay, so what we gonna do, we can... 24, so the next one will... Oh! It's not party time yet! We still have to do that! Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Wait, I need to go... Request your presence at the Waking Sands. Okay, hear me out. We're going to quick do a detour, pick up MSQ, and come back. Because I keep forgetting that this is part of the MSQ. Oh, quest. Also, if you guys think that, I should... A detour? That's not what I signed up for. Listen, MSQ goes all over the place, so... if you think any of the redeems that I have are like, no one's really interested in that, or that probably isn't gonna happen, let me know, like, give me feedback, and I can add or remove redeems as people would like. Is my mic quiet? My mic looks quiet. I'll turn it up a little bit, just in case. I'm not used to using it, so I can't comment. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Oh! I see the messages, Zenna. I do be loud, though. Thanks. I will take care of that. I'll probably have that set up for next time. Yes! Thank you! Oh, it's this button. Uh-oh. Hydrate! I can do that. I can take a drink. One moment. Tasty. Granted, right now, because Well, okay, it's not as morning as I thought it was, but I have a weird sleep schedule, so I'm having coffee today, which is pretty common for me. I do have a lot of coffee. Thank you, Zenna. That'll be fun to have set up. On that note, I'm considering, because I feel like we're going really, really slow through the MSQ, I kind of want to turn February into Final Fantasy February and just blast through the story until I've finished ARR. Which, at that point, would probably be like a week. But it would be kind of like all I would stream is FF14. Because I would like to get to a point where I could take a short break from it, do other games, and then come back to it. But I also don't want to take so long on it that, like, it turns into, like, a multiple year journey to get through the story. Emulate a patch cycle. Legit, I was kind of thinking it. Like, go through, like, for example, go through ARR and, like, chill for a month. Or maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks tops, I think I could do. And then come back and go through not just, like, each patch cycle, but, like, a whole section of patches. And just, like, blast through them and then take another 2 weeks off. Just that way people aren't sick and tired of MSQ, but also just FF14 content. Sipstein completing ARR in 2 weeks. Okay, but listen, you were also playing off stream. I'm doing everything on stream. No H month to make a Heavensward appellation. I know! That's why February is Final Fantasy 14 February. Especially since for me, that starts tomorrow. H. What could you do for H? Oop, yeah, Gamba. No, it's fine, it's fine. Because again, I've gone through it before. We're doing no spoilers, no backseating for any viewers that haven't seen it, but I think everyone here has seen it. But you never know with VOD watchers, so just trying to be careful. Excuse me. I don't think it would take long enough, but we could do, like, holidays in July Heavensward. if it's summertime by the time we hit Heavensward. Especially because there will be about a month where I will be taking a short hiatus. And it's going to be purely because I will be traveling a lot. Final Fantasy 14 February-a-thon. Yes, exactly. But yeah, I'll be traveling in a couple months. I will be sure to let you know on the last stream before then. It's summertime, get in the pool. Yep. It's twin pools. It's in the Curtis Western Highlands. You're gonna freeze because it's all frozen over. But yeah. So, before that big old break, it's still a couple months out, so no rush. No worries, I'm still here for a few months. But there will be about a month that I'm taking a hiatus, so just so no one's surprised. And I will bring it up and make sure that it's announced both here and on my Twitter. Probably also... I'm not as active on my YouTube channel. Which, by the way, if you missed any of my VODs, feel free to go and watch the YouTube channel. But, back to work, happy MSQing. Thank you, Varric. Sorry we didn't do a whole lot? Words are hard. But yeah, have a good day. I'll probably chat with you guys later. Yeah, I think that was everything I wanted to say. But I will make note of it and announce it before that actually happens. So I may do a stream like the day or two before I have to leave, but after that it would be like a last minute guerrilla, And even then it would probably be just chatting because I would be working on hotel Wi-Fi, and no one likes to work on hotel Wi-Fi. That's no fun. Okay, back to this. Hail, adventurer! You wear the expression of one who seeks new battlegrounds to hone your burgeoning skills. Do not ask how Nedrick knows, he simply knows. Now tell me, are you perchance familiar with the sunken temple of Karn? Oh my gosh, it's corn! Anyway, I will not hold it against you if you are not. The ruins only surfaced when the calamity split the ground asunder, after all. Any road, it's a popular destination these days for adventurers looking for new frontiers to explore. If you're keen to join them, why not make the journey to southern Thanlan and visit the temple yourself? With what the many dangers that lurk within, the immortal flames are keeping close watch over the place, but a Lalafell by the name of Bibimu should be able to offer you passage. Thank you, sir. I want to pick up all of the side dungeons as I can. Oh, Tataru, hello. Well, if it isn't my favorite favorite adventurer. Welcome back, Spacey. Lady Minfilia awaits you within the Solar. Please enter at your leisure. Thank you, Tataru. The reason I'm doing this is because MSQ will take us to where the job quest goes. That is all. Oh no, that was a spoiler, wasn't it? Ah! Uh-oh. I need to go... Hang on. Oh, that's what I can do. I do this, and then I do this. Oh, look who it is! I am given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved. I fear resolved bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim, yet I am well satisfied that the Lord of Leven will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough. Thancred is sparing no effort. There are many in one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. I've been meaning to ask, but is Alisaie quite well? I feel as if I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't. Nor have I, alas. I missed a word, but that's okay. Alisaie has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldassian report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed. Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. I keep forgetting that I have to make him more snooty. Oh! Hello, boy. Pleasant smile. All pleasantries. It is good to see you again, Spacey. Hello. I have been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelveswood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can strike Ramu from the list. So who's next? The Sahagin? And Leviathan? The Lord of the Whirl has not answered his minion's call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices. For a time, at least. For a time bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Y'shtola says. Unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? The maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long, you may depend on it. Indeed. So then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with... Gridania! Wait, I meant Garuda, who is the primal of the Ixal who lived near Gridania. Yes, that's what I meant. So many malms to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, we should not have wanted for a more practicable solution. She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? The big sigh. But one sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs, under the sage guidance of the Seedseers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You have earned it. Is there something else, Spacey? I cannot think of what this might be. Oh! Telling her about La Habrea! Beg pardon? A man named La Habrea, sporting a red mask and robed in black? 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Asians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to think... Tataru! What's wrong? Friend! Hello! A sylph in Thanalan. At long last, this one finds walking one, Spacey. This one is most dependable of these ones, is sent by Elder One Frixio to help walking ones. This one is called Noraxia. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. Pleasure to meet you, Noraxia. Poor Tataru, dude. Noraxia, the sweet. Oh, which one are we on? 8th shift or 9th? Oh. Thancred, he's back. Working hard, or hardly working. Ah, Spacey. Pray do not concern yourself with my welfare. My current investigation has yielded some curious results, and at present I am pondering how best to proceed. Don't wear yourself out, my dude. Hello! This one is so cute. She's such a cute Lalafell. Like, I need to make more characters with dark hair like that. It's a travesty that I don't. Hi! Wait a minute, I know you. The carriage into Gridania, right? It's me, Bremen. How in the hell did you end up here, lass? Never mind, you can tell me later. I've got to ask you something first. This might sound strange, but you haven't by chance seen a fellow what looks exactly like me? I'm looking for my twin brothers, see, and I've heard they might have come through here. They could be dead for all I know. At least it feels like I've been chasing ghosts for an eternity now. Nar. Look at all of... There's so many of them now. There's so many. Greetings, Scion. I come on behalf of the students of Baldessian. You may address me as Clive. Is there some reason you are still here? Please, carry on. I am not here to see you. Bruh. The way both of them are missing an eye. Wait a second! Are they a reference to an old Final Fantasy? They might be. And then I don't know what they would be. If only Master Garland was still here with us. He was a brilliant man, full of life and purpose, kind and generous. He taught us everything we know about engineering. Though, believe me, he could also be a very hard person to please. He would force us to completely rebuild devices if even a single flaw was discovered. I can only imagine what he'd say if he saw the tiny Bronco. People in masks cannot be trusted, but Biggs and I wear masks all the time when welding. Oh my goodness, Wedge, please. Oh, Leovine. In recent days, I have resumed my training. Idle hands make for idle minds, and painful memories are all too quick to resurface. Huh. I'm starting to wonder if it's worth the hassle to prove who he was. I mean, maybe some folk would say, good on you, mate, thanks for fighting to save Eorzea and whatnot, but I reckon most would ask what we've done for him lately, if not spit in our faces for allowing Bahamut to blow up half the goddamned world. I mean, kind of true. Knowest thou the import of the broken staff within the Solar? It fell from the grasp of Archon Louisoix, the man who, in his abiding love for all Eorzeans, shielded us against the storm of the calamity. The stars wheel across the heavens, and the skies brighten once more. The survivors gather, and ignite a fiery dawn to burn away the glowering shroud. Ah, but Destiny, thou art beautiful. Oh my goodness, he's lecturing the new people. Sir. As you have doubtless... I'm starting that one over. Thancred, Kya. You simped for Thancred! Listen, okay. He's literally written in ARR to be like the traditional bard character. And by traditional, I mean the bard who's the one who's the skirt chaser. I'm not going to go into why he just the character development he goes through is incredible, and I enjoy Thancred very, very much at current level. I was on the fence about him. Sassy Charming Rogue. Yes, Charming Rogue is very much it. And you can see it. But then, you know, when character development happens, and then character development happens, baby girl era. He was so baby girl. So baby girl. Also, hello, Vesper. Thank you for stopping by. Even more Kya. True. Zena, I have my 4K camera on you. I'm recording all of this for the future. That's funny. No, Zena, I need to talk to you about a thing after stream, because it will slow me down for a good half hour while I tell you about things and stuff. Especially because a good chunk of it is spoilers. But, you know. But also, if you are asleep by then, that is okay. And we can always talk about it tomorrow. As you have doubtless witnessed in your travels, the lands of Eorzea are gasping under the pall of a suffocating darkness. I must wonder if this darkness that invites I can't read today! I must wonder if it is this darkness that invites disaster, or simply that disaster has left such a gloom in its wake. One thing is for certain, now is not the time to relax our vigilance. I just love talking to everyone. They're all so fun! A masked man? I vaguely recall some Amalja ranting about something like that in the middle of a skirmish. Of course, I wasn't listening too closely on account of the fact their friends were trying to kill me. I don't mean to waste your time, friend, but that's the only thing what comes to mind. I'm to meet with the antecedent soon to discuss a matter of great import. Abba thinks it's about my first official mission. Official mission. Yeah, I said that right. I suppose it would be good if it was, yes? I mean, I'm not sure if I'm ready, but still. Heribert! There are two types of Alamegans. Fools who wish to fight back, but know not how, and cowards who have chosen to run from their worries. The young man over there is a striking example of the former. Me? I'm the latter, or couldn't you tell? He's too scared. We're not going to talk to the shopkeepers.
Walking ones from Ul'dah have not seen these ones before. This one knows. Still, must walking ones make such screaming sounds when seeing this one's face? This one cannot get a wink of rest.
Poor Neuraxia, dude.
Look, Neuraxia, I realize this makes no sense to you, but you must try to be more discreet. Years ago, a law was enacted in Ul'dah whereby... Please, just trust me and stay out of sight.
I need to know what this law is. I'm curious.
Neuraxia and I both wear a mask. We're going to get along famously, I just know it.
I love Ida. She's so pure. So good.
Yes, Tataru is ready to express her fright as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see ours continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, Spacey, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yet a darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Ascians' presence, but that they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. I'm flipping words left, right, and center. I'm so sorry. Okay, I know what section we're gonna do. I am afraid there is no rest for the weary, Spacey. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Ascian known as La Habrea. This is an ideal moment to do so, while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. At present, we know little and less about the Ascians, only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have information on a potential sighting. This is intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter, I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, Spacey.
You got it. Okay, back. Welcome back. 1 second. Is the music too low? It sounds like it's low. But this is also just a quiet song. I also unfortunately don't have quite as much time as I usually do for today. One, because I got started late because of being heavily mentally distracted. And two is I have things that I must do on Wednesday nights now. Hydrate and stretch. You got it. We're gonna stretch. I'm squishing my headset. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Again, if you weren't here earlier, my drink of choice today is coffee. And I do have water to follow that up with when the coffee has disappeared. So now, while we're running and saving money, how is everyone today? I know we've had a few people trickle in. Some people are going to bed. Some people have dropped in on their lunch break.
doing pretty good. I do have a few things I have to take care of later. Is that the famous Spacey Hoshitsuka? You bet it is! Hi Sid, how are you? How are you doing? Nice to see you. So famous can't even type. You know, it happens. It really does happen. We're just quick chatting while I take a chocobo back to the city because I'm saving money. It's fine, you're excited to meet her. True. Good, got back from work and now we'll continue with my maniacal tendencies. Listen, I know how hard you've been working at the crafting, and Godspeed to you. You've made a lot of really good progress, but man, best of luck. But once you hit 90, you're just kind of like, what do I do? You know that meme of the guy, like, not able to hold all the limes, and it's just like, I can't hold all of these limes. That's you with, like, leftover crafting materials. You're just like, what do I do with all these crafting materials? I don't have problems, I swear. That's gonna be a big doubt X from me, my guy. How is that going, by the way? Have you hit... I think you were in the 70s last I checked in? So probably close to 80s now if you haven't already broken it. What is my mic picking up? Recipes. True. Very true. And remember, you can always switch your, because you have to pick 3 of the, like, what are they called? It's from the person in Heaven's Word that you have to, like, choose your specialties or something like that. You can always switch those around too to get those. Doing all the job quests makes it to level 76. After that, I'll farm them in. Yeah, good call. Don't forget your turn-ins for sure. Eat the remaining ones like a normal person. Like, what kind of person? you know that's perfectly fair. Perfectly fair. Culinary and alchemy. As long as there's not a weird combination of alchemical products, you know, you do you. Do what you must. The Masked Man? Ah, you are come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes, as we've already relayed to Lady Minfilia, there has been a sighting of this rogue near about Eastern Thanalan. A brass blade stationed at Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Kikirn. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair share of travelers. Folk are always coming and going, and some among them may have caught a glimpse of your target. Goodness gracious, the leveling going on. No promises. You know what? As long as there's an attempt made, that's all I can ask of you. If you fail, that's part of learning. You could do worse than to speak with a merchant named Hihibaru. The fellow's always starved for customers, and he'd no doubt welcome your attention, whether or not you have the coin or the mind to spend it. Okay. Ooh, they did. The feral urge to turn on names, because I love looking at names. Some of the names are so funny. Good lord. Camp Drybone is so far away. Well, that said, thank you for stopping by, Sid. Hopefully I'll be a good background noise while you do your crafting. And best of luck. I am spotting troubles that I need to take care of. Okay, it's taken care of. The way I low-key have, like, ulterior motives for taking chocobos. No! Did I miss it? Oh no! Okay, something else is 3 monitors, don't worry. Thanks, I appreciate it. I've been horribly into the new gacha game Love and Deep Space lately. Oh my goodness, it eats my every waking moment. And I've just realized that I missed one of the daily logins and I'm kind of sad. This is fine. It'll be fine. I can fix it. To be fair, I was very focused on setting up for stream. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, because the only things I have are like... The main thing I have to do is go through the story at this point, because I leveled up enough. And that was the perfect length for a chocobo ride. Yippee! Oh god, I forgot I have this mount. I forgot I have this boy. It's so heckin' huge. Look at the size of this dude. He's so goofy and creepy. Can't fly yet. This creature doesn't belong here. Thick boy. VTuber awards criteria, just imagine having best background noise VTuber. That would be incredible. I don't think I would come even close to, like, even earning a spot for consideration. But that would be really funny. Thick boy. Yeah, they kind of do. It was actually gifted to me from a friend back when you could still gift mounts. Goodbye. Hello. Welcome to Highbridge, adventurer. Whatever you seek, I, Hihibaru, can provide it. Probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure I have one of those in stock. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you say so sooner? If such an individual might have featured in one of the many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhap you'll learn a thing or two, eh? When the Order of Naldthal began... Hello? The way he just RP walked up. When the Order of Naldthal began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims. But thanks to the nigh endless beastman raids, folks are too afraid to come within a mile of here. I sold everything I owned to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Lying don't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you'd like to browse my wares? Spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant? The masked man? Thals, take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumors are all I got. If you want to know more about him, go and ask the other merchants. He's just grumpy. Get him a Snickers. On the trail of a masked man? I have heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It's said he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious, and that's about all I can say, little though it is. Oh, I missed one. I'll get it on the way back. Notice for donations up yet? I don't. I'm sorry. I need to do that. I need to be better at that. I really need to focus on, like, getting things set up on here. You sent me a donation? I see it now. Thank you. Thank you so much for the donation. Hello? I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I don't have them set up yet. I'm sorry. I will... Probably not tonight because I'm very busy. Maybe... I could try and squeeze it in tonight, see if I can fix it. I know it's been... I completely skipped through that. I'm so sorry. There it is. Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking about. Folk have been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of all the Kikiran raids. None but the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. Okay. The spacey tax. Back to lurking. Thank you, I appreciate it. We need to fix that. Honestly, the system that I use is kinda not working for me. So I will have to look into other options to make them work. And it's just finding one that will actually work, if that makes sense. And thank you for gifting a sub. That's very nice of you. Thank you. I have heard tell of the Masked Devil. Seems he's been appearing not only around Highbridge, but elsewhere about Fanaland too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me he's more than a figment of the imagination, but little is known about him otherwise. Need streamer advice, I got you. Thank you, Sid. I appreciate it. Mostly it's just fighting with stream elements. But I have another option that I'm gonna look into. Can I stop skipping the text, please? Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier. It's just that things are so tough for us merchants at the moment. The Kikiran raids are so constant, so organized, we're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. Thank you. So, I finally got some honest-to-God's information on your masked man. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own two eyes. I was out for an evening stroll, minding my own business, when I noticed a column of smoke rising from a cliff over at Thal's Respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man, your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if in answer, some Kikiran appeared soon after, and the group began talking in length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. Oh, right, because previously there was a quest that you had to, like, fight certain mobs in the area to help, like, clear it out for the merchants before he got any news, but they took it out of the MSQ. I remember that now. Hey, Sandrin! Literally just, like, less than 5 minutes ago. A 3-month tier 1 sub? Hold up. Literally within the past 5 minutes. 3 minutes? Okay, I can't. I have no sense of time. So what do you think? That's some sound, reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Well worth all the lingering about you've been doing, wouldn't you say?
Confirmed I'm a fae. Sounds good. Controller, please. I had a moment of what is that other quest on my mini-map, but I remember now. Oh! They really do have you go really far out here, don't they? It's spoopy. Hello. Corpse Brigade. Interesting. What are you doing out here? All you guys are in southern Thanaland. Right. In just under a week, we'll be starting the Valentine's Day celebrations. And oh my goodness, the new emote looks so cute. Have you guys seen it? I'm so glad we get that for free just for doing the quests. You have? It's so cute. I saw a lot of people saying like they finally put heart hands as an emote into the game. You look so silly doing it. I mean, I think a lot of people will, but those who enjoy that kind of pose, oh, it's going to be so cute. Personally, my main character is going to look adorable. My main character? Yeah, absolutely. Back so soon? Were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? This scroll! It bears a prayer to Rhalgr, the Destroyer! In case you're unfamiliar, Rhalgr is the guardian deity of Alamigo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It is highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last guild that your assailant was Alamigan. It seems that this mischievous man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That selfsame merchant also senses danger ahead, and darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? I skipped the line. No, I didn't. I'm just... On to Little Alamigo. Masked Man Spacey. I mean... Don't worry about it. The Alamigan bandit you had a run-in with is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head toward Little Alamigo, over in southern Thanaland. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is the favored destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wasteland they live in, and for all intents and purposes, it is a lawless place. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Now, I'm not certain how much help she will be, but it just so happens I have a daughter who has, relocated to Little Alamigo. Her name is Hihira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. I suppose this is it then. I had hoped that you would linger here a while, call some fiends, spend some coin, what have you, but something tells me you're destined for greater things. Wherever it is you end up, I wish you the best. Thank you, Hihibaru. And actually, that was an interesting note that those in the same family seem to have the same naming patterns. Like Hihibaru and Hihira. If if you ever want to waste time and you're like pretty well versed on FF14 lore, look into the naming conventions of the different races. Those are really fun to look into. You said mischievous. I mean, true. Yippee! As Lalafels are, was really interesting to see how the rhyming works. It is! And especially also between the Plainsfolk and the Dunesfolk, how, yes, there's a pattern to the naming, but the pattern differs. Still can't remember the names of the Thaumaturge's Guild because the names are... Yeah, they are all really similar. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what their names are, because it's been so long since I leveled Thaumaturge. Because even before Endwalker dropped, I hit Omni 80 back in Shadowbringers. So it was at least... at least 2 years ago, if not longer. Like 2.5. Bad enough with names regularly, so when put in a situation like that, have no hope. That's fair. Yeah, because sometimes even fantasy names, like, God forbid we get into the Elizin naming conventions, because I can pronounce French, I can parse it out, but good lord, I could not tell you what the difference is between the Wildwood and the Duskwhite and the Ishgardian. I could not tell you the difference. I have no clue. And I'm sure there is a difference for someone who's more well-versed in French. French! Gosh, looking forward to Heaven's Word with all the French names in that one. Goodness gracious.
Why, yes, Hihibaru's my father. He said what? I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that... Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't bother you with my family matters. But I am grateful to you for delivering the message. Now then, what brings you here? Learned a little as a child, so I'm vaguely familiar. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, my mother, Spacey Mama, she took French in high school, and she's been trying to learn, just kind of like brush up on it through Duolingo. So, as we all know, Duolingo isn't necessarily the best way to learn languages, but she's doing her best, and it kind of helps me keep up to date on the pronunciation at the very least. Family trauma dumping, heck yeah. We get it. You get it everywhere if you pay attention to the story. So many people have to deal with it. A masked man? I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells. But one of the others here may have seen something. I would recommend you first speak with Gundobald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders.
Sir. The way I'm almost the same height as him. Sheesh. I forget, did I make Spacey Bun minimum height? I don't remember. I did hear that they fired a bunch of staff. That was oof. Yeah, I got them started on it like a few years ago, and I think at this point it's just so built into their like evening routine that I don't know if I could break them out of it, which really, really sucks. So, it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. I'm not a fan of... I don't even want to say it. Like, I'm not a fan of that at all. Mainly, I don't want to say it out loud in case it, like, brings in people or, not so real people that are in support of it, if that makes sense. Because you know how sometimes words spoken will, like, trigger things to have them show up and whatnot. So, Just trying to be as careful as possible as I am about my words about that. But, yeah, as an artist, I'm really, like, I can see in very specific aspects how it could be helpful, but with how it's being used now, entirely for profit to, like, basically, how do I phrase it? Like, to replace people and the jobs that they do and the passions that they work for, watching those people be replaced by that is heartbreaking for me. And it's turned me off almost entirely from it. Even like the haha fun chatbots, like, that's still teaching the things to, like, oh frick, I said the word, dang it. It's still teaching those things to respond more and become more human. Not that that's bad, but as a designer, traditional versions are the only ones with positive. Yeah, that's it. If it were used, like, in ethically good ways, like, there's, like, good intentions but then being used in bad ways, or bad intentions used in a terrible, terrible way. So many movies why it's a bad idea. You're so right. Like, literally, this goes back to the 80s of, like, why this is not a good idea. And it can be helpful in certain situations, like I said. And I don't want to get into a whole discussion about it, but especially with a mustachioed sir on the screen. But just as a blanket, I'm really not a fan of it at all. So on that note, if you do make art, please don't use that to make art of me. I do not. Fired from, like, Google or something. Yeah, I did hear about that. Conclusion, for real. Conclusion, please don't use that. It helps no one. And if you're found out, not even if, when you're found out because you can't perform and create at the same level consistently, it's only going to bring you shame. People are not going to like that you are using that to create things. It's hiding behind things when you could just practice. Just practice. It's a skill, not a talent. And a talent, even then, is something that you practice at. Personally, yes, I started drawing when I was a very small space cat at, like, 4 astrological turns. But, like, bro, even, like, looking back, my art was not good, but I created because it was fun. I know they're lazy, but it's the laziness wanting to turn a profit and then putting people out of a job because they're lazy and selfish. I'm gonna say I'm lazy. I'm lazy in certain ways. Some ways I wish I could project my brain images onto paper. I do. I genuinely do. But I don't use a computer to steal other people's art to teach it just to fulfill my own fantasy and then try and make a profit off of it. The whole process just sits really, really terribly in my mouth. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to move on. But yes, I'm not a fan of it. Humanity, try not to be selfish. Uh-oh. Challenge failed. Challenge failed every point throughout history. Okay, getting through cutscene. We're going. Who are you? State your business and be quick about it. Wasn't very quick on that, I do apologize. Looking for a masked villain, you say? And why should we help you, pray? We struggle enough without having to answer the whim of every outsider. You are not welcome here. Be gone. Well, that's a thing. Time to talk about Skibbity Toilet. We're not going to talk about Skibbity Toilet, gosh dang it. Okay. I will admit, maybe it's just my old space brain not keeping up with the new lingo. I understand kind of skibbity toilet. What is the origin of it? Hey, Gunda, why is your chest out? Listen, do you know how hot Southern Thanaland gets? I understand. The lore behind it is actually funny. It's a really good armor model. I love it. I want to get that on Spacey Bunny. It's gonna look so good. Glasses. Hats for Vieira coming soon. I can't wait for the glasses option. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm gonna keep bringing this up until it happens. Respectable. Thank you. Thank you. The origin, probably some Gmod thing. That wouldn't surprise me. Gmod is the source of so many things. Can't wait for it to be improved though, because it's really crunchy. Ooh, yeah. Secondary die slots! Yes! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for that. Ah! Oh my gosh, I have so much armor that's going to look incredible. Because, okay, so my main character, I mainly use like orange and black. But then like on some armor pieces, like I mainly dye things orange because a lot of the armor stays like in the silver range or the golden range, brass range, whatever. And oh my gosh, I'll be right with you, Sandrin. I can make the dye or make the armor actually like match metal colors is what I'm imagining. Oh my gosh, there's going to be so much good combinations of stuff. Sandrin when fashion. Yes, same. Also sitting here with like multiple alts and being like the combinations I could make. Oh my gosh, there's another one that I may have made a couple other alts since I even started on this alts journey. Whoops. One of them is more of a caster, and there's this type of casting robe that I've been wanting to do like blue and white or something, a combination on. But the only version that exists right now is a level 50 healer jacket, and I would really like to get that same color combo on caster, because caster has so many dark robes that don't match. I do have an FF14 problem. I terribly, terribly do. Can fix the metal of the weird bright colored pieces. Yes! Purple and white is really hard to do. Ugh, you know what I really wish was an option for... There's like one hairstyle that I think could close pull it off. I want a like specifically Mikote hairstyle that can do not like split cleanly down the middle, but could do like patchwork hair color as if it were like a calico cat, if that makes any sense. Like, you know how the patches on like dogs and cats look? I want to make a calico Mikote, but I can't because the colors just don't, like spots. And like, I'm not looking, like, yes, I guess technically Rothgar could do it to a degree, but I want it for the hair, not for like skin. And like, the closest I can get is a hairstyle that I'm really, really just on. I also wish that, you know how like on some of the hairstyles for Mikote, for those of you who play them, some of the hairstyles have specifically dark ears or like black ear tips. Can that just be an option to put on any color hair or hairstyle? That would be wonderful to do that and then have the other two base hair colors. Please let me make my calico cat boy a reality. Anyway. So instead of being calico like I wish I could do, he's it'd be so good. Let me like emulate actual real cat breeds. So for now he's just kind of like a black and white socks cat, because I can't figure out how to work orange in there without it just being a cat boy version of my main character, which is not what I'm going for. But I want it. Yes, that too. Give me the option, especially, okay, so the Ora hair pieces. I'm really distracted from the story right now. I'm so sorry. The hair pieces that Ora have with the extra horns, first off, let them match the horns that are on the character. Give us the option to change the horn color in the hair. That would be wonderful. And I'm really trying not to be aggressive about it. This would just be lovely. Things that I'm very passionate about because it's such small details. But like, is she sorry? I say I'm sorry, I'm really not. I don't want to come off as like aggressive about it, but these would be really nice things for some people who have very specific wants and needs, which is just me. I mean, not just me, there's a lot of people. I mean, that's why the forbidden things are there, but we don't talk about forbidden things. Silvery metal looking horns. Yeah! Yeah, exactly. Have it closer to the horn hair color. Yes! Change the color hues just in general so that it didn't match with the skin. Like with the one character in Endwalker who has more green tones. I've never seen that on another, because his base is the Raen type, because it's the lighter horn. That would be crimes. Yes, crimes. But yeah, I would really like to do something like that, like push it more green, push one more pink. Yeah, that's so true. The female Raen are super, super light, but like the men's are far more like aged and yellowed. Like, that's not fair. Let them get the fancy horns too. Let the female Raen get more like aged, dirty. How would you describe those horns? Just like yellowed. My horns are made of tooth. Sandrin, do you brush your horns before you go to bed at night? Okay, moving on. Well met, adventurer. I'm Gizilbert, head of security here at Little Alamigo. I heard tell that you had business with Gundobald. Knowing the bristly old bear, I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. Owing to their hardship, my words are so bad today. They're so bad. Owing to their hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men and I can get so much as a word of thanks out to... Oh my god. Not even my men and I can get so much as a word of thanks out of them, despite watching the place day and night. Of course. Massive dock saved about raw scale and horn health. That's so cool! How to English? I'm not sure. Don't know how to English. Not at all. But thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man when I can. And you seem a decent sort. If you tell me what brought you here, might be as I can lend a hand. On the trail of a masked villain, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on lookout for Amalja to the south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they are like to have seen it. I had a mind to take them each a cup of sweet Thanalan tea so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd be all the more willing to tell you what they know. Did I? I did. Okay. Sandrin, if you can send me that big old doc about horn health, that would be incredible. I think one of my favorite, like, headcanons about, like, the Ora in general is someone decided that they were the creators of, like, memory foam so that they would be able to rest their heads at night despite having horns, which I thought was just genius. Who the hell's are you? I'm trying to conserve energy here, so leave me alone. Well, ain't she considerate? My thanks, friend. What's that? A masked villain? Hiding among the refugees like as not. Me compatriots as live here go about as though they're dead on their feet. 'Tis near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good. Can't even trust your own squad? That kind of not great. Oh! Water! Note to self, come back here with main character and do fishing. I'm very slowly trying to fill out the fish guide? Yeah, the fish guide of all the fish in the game. I really just need to move on to Gridania and do all the low-level stuff. When Sandrin sleeps on his side and his horn just goes into the pillow, either that pillow is made of like rubber or the pillow is broken by the morning. Fesh. Fish, yes. Yes. You there. Are you an Amalja? No. Then carry on. I have tea. Ah, this sophisticated aroma.
It has been forever since I had a drop of sweet Thanalan. I'm going to enjoy this. What? A masked man? Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark, scaly skin, stands 10 fulms tall, and has the face of a lizard, then I don't give a mummer's fart. Okay. He does not care. Yayazuku. Shoo, shoo! Don't bother me! If the Amalja overrun us, I'm blaming you. Here's some tea. For me? You shouldn't have. Sorry? A suspicious masked man. As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. Well, I couldn't quite make out whether it was a man or not, what with the mask and the robe, but assuming it was a he was talking with some Alamegans. I assumed he was one of them. A masked man amongst the Alamegans. And also a, mysterious letter about Ralger being dropped? It is a mystery. He's so like me. Which one? Is it the don't know, don't care? Because that's a vibe sometimes. Ooh, that's a good mount. Fun one. Fun fight. Ah, you're back. So, did my lookouts have aught to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by. When don't know, don't care, he's so like me. You found him. That's your NPC. That is your designated NPC. Congratulations. Ah, you're back. So, did my lookouts have aught to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by. If you're to get any further in your investigation, seems to me you'll need the cooperation of the Alamegans. For this, you'll need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. True. Oh, these are super weak. I'm not gonna get those. So, you're determined to press on with your investigation. Then I have some advice to offer. As I said before, you won't get far without the Alamegans' trust. And the best way to win that trust is to get a compatriot of theirs, someone they respect, to vouch for you. Coin does the talking in Ul'dah, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible. A common purpose. That purpose is, of course, the liberation of their home from the Garleans. Gundabald belongs to the Alamegan resistance, so your best bet would be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them. So we're at an impasse. Also, I thought we would be prepping for a party. I'm going to change the title, because I completely forgot about this section of the MSQ. God, what should I call it? I can't think of a good pun. Now that I'm like heckin' 2.5 or an hour and a half in. Because this is not at all. Sent you on Discord? Thank you! I did see that pop up. I appreciate it. Technically, it's solo investigation time. Update. Okay, that should fix the title of the stream so that it's not incorrect. Let me check just in case. Yeah, it updated. Perfect. Sir, I do this. Perfect. Over 100 pages. Jeez, I'm down for it. I love looking up the lore of FF14. I say as I sit here with 2 out of 3 of the lore books. I need to get the 3rd one so bad. And then I need to start working on getting the art books. Which would be lovely. I need the art books and the soundtrack so I can get the bonuses, because also the music slaps. Okay, basically everyone is still here. So we've done what we can. Welcome back, Spacey. How fares the investigation? I see. Given all that they have suffered, it is of little wonder the Alamegan refugees have lost faith in their fellow man. They have had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have had to see it remain in the enemy's clutches. To compound matters, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take in all those who were displaced. As a result, a great many Alamegans now live on the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. Would that more could be done to ease their hardships. I fear nothing short of reclaiming their homeland would be a lasting solution. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there's an Alamegan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. Yippee! Those are not pants for me. Those pants are weak. Your Alamegan comrade is named Haribert. Oh, we talked to him. He joined our cause in the hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no effort toward that endeavor, I have no doubt that he would be glad to assist you. If I recall correctly, Haribert is currently between missions. Try looking for him in the storage area. Bro, if it's a storage area, why everyone hanging out there? It's also apparently just skincare in general too, mostly focusing on Aura. Ooh! Because I do have a couple Femras. I personally just have such a hard time making a male Aura, and I'm not sure why. And I think, I say I'm not sure, I think it's just the design of them in general doesn't vibe with me, because I make a lot of soft characters. And it's really hard to make a tall, pointy boy that runs like Crash Bandicoot look soft. But I love and appreciate, you have to really try hard. Again, talking about the same NPC from Endwalker, he's soft. He is very soft looking. I wish we could make that face. But good lord, it's so hard. Took you ages to make Sondrin? Ooh. Maybe I just need to commit to like, I'm gonna go in, I'm going to make a male Aura, and I'm gonna make him look pretty. And just really tweak things slowly, little by little, and just focus it. I can try, for sure. If it isn't Spacey Spacing Way, the Scion's rising star, is there aught I can do for you? I'm trying to get in with the Alamegans. You wish to win the trust of the people of Little Alamigo? That is a daunting task, my friend, even for our own countrymen. I would like nothing more than to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries weight with that lot. I used to be a member of the Alamegan resistance, you see, but I left in favor of joining the Scions. Though my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remains ever the same, the liberation of Little Alamigo. Yet whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades, and they'll have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the Resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Albreda, and she's a resident of Quarry Mill. Say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. Okay, we going to Quarry Mill again. One Oro guy and Walker from the VNC dungeons look almost like a sibling. Ooh! Which one? From the first, second, or third one of the VNC dungeons? Also, I found out the other day that I never finished getting everything from the third. Ooh. I'll have to go and look at him again. I don't remember him. Nar, my coffee is gone. Same face, horn shape, hair color pattern. Yeah, it's always trippy when you come across like an NPC that looks shockingly like your own character, which shouldn't be a huge deal,
but like, it's still like jarring every time it happens. Sid, you could literally solo those. I finished all of the routes in all of them, but there's just some of the rewards that I still have to do, so. Doesn't tend to happen often for me. That's fair. You want me to introduce you to the Resistance? Why the hell should I do that? Just give me one reason. Yes. Haribert sent you? That worthless whoreson. He abandons his comrades, his woman, and now he has the gall to ask me. Oh! They were a thing! Hi, I just learned this today. This is why you replay the game, because you pick up on different bits and pieces. Not for the third one still? Because you don't want to do it. Fair, fair. Is it like the last like big major one? Or is it just like one of the easy side ones? Because I could always like run through with you after stream, since I have to do it on my main. And eating popcorn, watching relationship drama. I mean, you don't gotta call me out like this, but you're so right. Okay, it's when I'm not a part of it, which I'm very rarely a part of anything relationship-wise, regardless, watching the drama is woof. I did Loki, shoosh. I probably realized before, but I forget these tiny connections. The one with the red bushes where you have to scare them. The red bushes. I'm thinking. I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. Middle path is annoying too. Yeah. Also, hi Loki, how are you? And now he has the gall to ask me for a favor? Simply incredible. I mean... I realize Haribert was only doing what he felt was right. He's a good man. And if he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. You see that bloke there? That's Mefrid, a captain of the Resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. Cute. She deserves better clothing than that. That clothing is a tragedy. Mefrid! Hello, sir. Oh! 12th path for the third B&C is a really fun boss. It is! I really enjoyed that one. I'm Mefrid, a proud man of the Alamegan Resistance. What business do you have with me, adventurer? They do. Give the ARR characters an upgrade. Let them have better clothing. Captain, it's Galleon, sir. His wound's gone and festered and he's burning up. I don't think he got much time. Everything, they could all look so pretty and cool. They do! They do! Especially, like, they look really, really good, like, current tier. But, like, base tier, they, oof, honeys. They can do so much better. I want random NPC 27 to slay. True! NPCs deserve it. They do, genuinely. God damn it! I asked the villagers for aid, got on my knees and begged, but they refused to lift a finger. If Galleon dies, it's his blood on their heads. These quarry mill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to Albreda. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Pleased adventurer, go to her and try. I shall take my leave. Okay, bye Sid. Good luck with MSQ. Thank you. Good luck with crafting. May the RNG be in your favor for the high qualities. More people should ship their wolves with random NPCs. Yes!
There are a couple that don't even have names. One that just loops animations and crowds and stuff. That looks so good too. Yeah, exactly. Just be like, this lady over here. This is her. I'm shipping with her. Yep. One of Mefrid's is in bad shape, you say? I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. I want to help, truly, I do. They're my countrymen, after all, but that'd mean going against the elemental's will. I've been at Quarry Mill long enough to know how right terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charlene, the hamlet's resident hearer. If you take the matter to her, might be as she'll listen, though I wouldn't get my hopes up. I forgot my censor. Keck. NPC don't have a name, give them one. For all intents and purposes, that character's yours now. True! And no one can tell you otherwise, because each iteration of the game is like your own. You wish to aid the Alamegans. You are possessed of a kind heart, adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant your wish. This authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the Twelveswood. All outsiders, be they babes at the breast or men grown, are judged of a night whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Alamegans' petition has been denied. Harsh though that may seem, they do not have leave to receive of the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. Bruh. Well then I'll receive of the bounty and do with it what I please. That's how it's to be then. That bloody hero might as well kill Galleon herself. Spit on the elementals and spit on their bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. People that pick up NPCs and characters that were shunted by the narrative and play them and use them, my favorite thing. True! I should do that. That would be a hot, spicy take. Because it's such a rarity. Everyone goes for the popular characters, the name characters, the main characters. Just... Yeah, I do too. I do feel sorry for the resistance. Like, they don't have a home. They're looking for places to go. Elementals, why you being mean? Bro. Can't believe this. I led my men to Quarry Mill, hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hell's Galleon can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us. So, I've no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy with poison-purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd be forever in your debt. You should conceivably be able to just make enough from a single horn, you would think, for one person, but... RPGs, am I right? Spaced out really, really hard. You know what? We could become Willred. We could become Faramund. We could become Wood Whaler Sentry. We can! It brings to mind the, you know the, there's players that they, like, roleplay, but as, like, really odd things. Like, the one that comes to mind is the Lalafels that are like Kelka and Brina, or the Lalafell named Doorstop, and they just sit in front of the quicksands with the door open, literally acting like a doorstop. Like Crow and Siren. I didn't know they existed! So I know this character's on Siren. My main is not usually on Siren. I'm usually on a different server. But yeah! Become the mini cat broker and no one can stop you. Why not? True! Got some horns. Ah, you're back. Tell me you got 4 horns with you. You're a godsend, adventurer. Praise Ralgr, there's at least one woman in this place who gives a damn. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Buscaron, would you? Buscaron again! The man, the myth, the legend. See, Buscaron would be a fun one to ship a character with. I see doing a lot of hunt trains and cawing a lot. Nice. We have... I'm trying to think of the ones on my server. And if you recognize the names, that's fine. There's Tired Oracle is actually friend of a friend that became friend. Stan Buscaron. Yes! I think Miauto Katogane is one that often will lead trains. And theirs is full of just meowing and cat puns. It's wonderful. There's another name that I've seen that's pretty memey, and I giggle at their name every time I see it, but I can't remember what it is right now. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Maybe one of these times I could stream doing a whole, hunt train. That'd be fun. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Buscaron, would you? Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folks in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he runs a tavern, he's like to have the tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns over to him to have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Faramund here. Godspeed. Okay. I also terribly need to make a... I don't think I've ever, like, committed to an Ellison. No, that's a lie. I do have one. I have an Ellison boy that I made look... Okay, I literally only made him to be a friend the same age as Alphino and Alize because they deserve friends. And so they have a third friend in that particular Warrior of Light alt. And I made him look, he's like the shortest an Ellison can be. He has the baby face. I went the whole 9 miles to make him tiny. Petite Cat and Am Tofu had the trains and Siren. Those are good names too. Waiting until after the graphical update. Ooh, that's a good idea. I also just have way too many characters. I have way too many. I'm trying to think of all of them now, but that might burn my brain out. Ah, Spacey, ever a sight for sore eyes. How fares the adventuring? Rolling in the coin like there's no tomorrow, no doubt. Just from a couple trades, don't mind me. You got something to show me? Well, these look like good old antelope horns. Need them ground down to make a medicine, you say? Here's a better idea. I'll give you some stuff I have in my stores. I am no stranger to the remedy. An Alamegan friend once used it to treat my festering wound years and years ago. Safe to say he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alamegan soldier in Quarry Mill? Heh. So it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps the poor sod as needs it. Oh, and don't worry your little head off about payment. I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. Best boy! Buscaron is such a Chad. He's so good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look at, like, my Oras, my Lalas, my cat boys, cat girls. Did I say Ellison? I don't remember if I said Ellison already. Well, no, I have a Thylander. And yes, I said Thylander because sky's out, thighs out. But, I also made her with the backstory that she's half Rogadin because some backstories are not all that pleasant. But she takes a lot of pride in her Rogadin half, but she has more of the Highlander side. So that's a fun character. I do enjoy her.
Here's a guy who deserves all the smooches. True!
It is well to see you returned. Have you the medicine for our brother? Here you go. Gods bless you, adventurer. I'll see that Galleon receives treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him, trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend.
Aww. That is for Tonk. Can't wear that. Need to finish my roulettes. I'll be listening though. Absolutely! Feel free to lurk. And thank you for, like, staying and chilling. I appreciate it. I probably won't go for much longer, because there's some things I have to take care of before tonight, but that'll be fine. We'll probably get through whatever this arc is, and maybe start on getting over to... I never did finish my job quest, and I'm now realizing. Whoops! Adventurer! Galleon has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his condition's like to deteriorate to where it was before. Or worse. We need you to help us find him, and quickly. Start by asking Albreda. Might be as the woman's seen something. Ah, finally. It's about time you came asking about Galleon. I watched him leave Quarry Mill some time ago, and he left me this sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden any longer. This is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me. Just find your way safely to Little Alamigo. Blast it! Would that I had known what he was thinking. I would have stopped this folly myself. The love Galleon bears for his brothers is so strong, he's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood in his weakened state is suicide. It sure is. Hey, we have an update. Remember to do ocean fishing for the Ultimog? I got it yesterday. My last run with my bonuses, I hit like 82, 83. So yeah, I got it. But thank you for the reminder. For any of you who still need to do that, do ocean fishing if it tells you. Out in the wilds, alone? That fool, that great big sentimental fool. My men and I will scour the wood for Galleon. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. Absolutely. It just so happens I have this nifty god power that tells me exactly where things and people and stuff is. Yeah, I can tell my throat's getting really tired from talking so much. I need to get back used to doing longer streams. Watch out! A goblin! Le gasp! Time to perish! Yippee! There we go. Oh, let me move the sensor. Galleon! Captain, but why? You should all be on your way. What do you take us for? We're Alamegans, and Alamegans never forsake one another. Hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore, gosh dang it. There's so much cursing from this dude. I gotta cut back on it. I'm not comfortable with it. An oath to reclaim our homeland. We'll set foot on Alamegan soil again, together or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing you'll wish we didn't find you. Nor... I can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I will see you back at Quarry Mill. Okay. If this takes us back to the
Rising... no. Waking Sands. I'm probably just gonna quick scoot and finish my job quest before we continue. Wait! Galleon's expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. Comparison. 23 versus 25. Sure. I'm highly recommended. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend to my people. Ask of me anything, and it's yours, so long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of the people of Little Alamigo? That's all? Far be it from me to question your desires, of course. Very well. I will provide you with a letter to show Gundabald. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I've no doubt that he will do all in his power to aid you. Yippee! Okay, that takes us back to Little Alamigo. Okay, I can return to New Gridania and set out to North Shroud and do my job quest. Oh, right. I keep forgetting the chat sensor. What? I want to go out this gate. I haven't gone this way yet? Sheesh. Oh my god. Can't believe I hadn't done that yet. That's funny. Honestly, just haven't had to. Oh my gosh, I have those over here? Where's the level 4s? I know they're around here somewhere. That's a big hunt. One moment. Oh? Nar! Oh, they just got absolutely destroyed. No! And I don't have any healing class. That's devastating. I can't believe we watched a murder live on stream. Yippee! Okay, heal up here for job quest. I think he's upstairs. God, it's been so long since I've done these quests. I take it you're the young lancer of whom Ywain spoke. And an adventurer besides, by the look of you. I was an adventurer myself once. That was before I became a lance for hire. But enough idle talk. You have come to learn from me, and learn from me you shall. Be warned, though, that you will not find me as lenient an instructor as the others. Now pay attention. Thus far, you have learned to muster your courage in situations of fear, panic, and uncertainty. With me, you will learn to do so in the face of change. The enemy is a living thing, and living things are apt to change. Whatever the nature of that change, a lancer must be able to think and adapt. And to think and adapt during battle requires courage. To teach you the meaning of my words, I would have you challenge a fiery fiend known as the Red Balloon. However, the creature will appear only when there is a raging flame. You may kindle such a flame by procuring 6 fingers from slain balloons and depositing them at a gutted campfire. This should suffice enough to entice the Red Balloon. As the battle wears on, the creature's fury shall burn with ever greater fervor until it is ripe to burst into conflagration of death. Let courage lend strength to your lance and extinguish this fiery foe. Kill 6 things, take their fingers, summon big thing and kill it before it explodes. Got it. Hoi, hoi. Alright. Balloon. Come on. We're at 3. Good lord, there's a lot of Yarzans. Come on, please. Oh good, it respawned. Okay, that's all 6. Let's get to that campfire. Alright, gotta take this out quick. He's so big! Feels just like Palace. What is Palace? Not Palace, oh my gosh. Feels like Labyrinth. What is Labyrinth? We will find out later when we're high enough level. So you have vanquished the red balloon. No less than what I would expect from one of you Waynes. Your enemy altered its nature throughout the encounter, thereby causing the terms of battle to shift repeatedly. Yet ever did you press onward, your courage holding firm in the midst of constant change. So it was that you emerged triumphant. I am not known for being liberal with my praise, but you have done well. Yours is a genuine courage. Mind you, this does not give you license to forsake your training. You are still but a fledgling among us, after all. Oh my god, Among Us. I have finished with you. You may report back to Ywain, and when you do, tell that young upstart that I demand he show his face here from time to time. That is all. Okay. Back to... oh. Good thing it's cheap. You fishing? I finished with you is such a rude way of putting it. It is, but it does, like, capture his personality, if that makes sense. Also, imagine being scared of fishing. Couldn't be me. Also, ocean fishing is fun, it's simple, and it levels you up so fast. And then you can go back and do all your job quests, and you're over-leveled, and you just basically guarantee catching anything. It's still RNG, because fishing always is, but... yeah, ocean fishing fun. Regular fishing, not as much, but... Old Vauclair demands I show my face? I can only assume the... huh? Oh, I can only assume the buxom brunette at the float isn't lavishing him with the attention he craves. Very well, I shall see what I can do. As for you, Spacey, well done. I never doubted that you would meet the approval of all three men, yet I am no less proud of you for having done so. You have traveled far along the Lancer's path, and soon you will no longer require my guidance. In fact, you need to overcome but one further trial to complete your education here. Do so, and I will give you my blessing to leave the Lancers Guild and embark upon a new adventure with spear in hand. As ever, apply yourself to your lance work, and return when you are ready for your final challenge. I look forward to our next meeting. Ooh, new shirt though. I do need a new shirt. Sheesh! Could I dye it though? Ooh, it is great purple already. Yeah, I can leave that. Is a man in power who enjoys a person who poops breastily. Didn't want to know that you ain't, but like, whatever. You know what? Whatever those two do in their own time is their own business. You feel? Good for them. Ooh, Lance Charge would be really nice, actually. But this is an ugly shirt. I don't like this one. I guess it's about time that I actually, you know... Or I could take the legs. The legs would be an upgrade, and then I could keep the shirt. Let's do job quest. Because I talked about doing the job quest and then doing MSQ. So we just have to turn in the MSQ and we should be good to go. But whatever. We don't king shame on this stream. Nah, not at all. Not at all. As long as you're not explicit with it, so that we can keep as, you know, as friendly and open of an audience as we can. I'm not shaming anyone. No. But at the same token, please be aware you're in public, and you never know when children might stop by the stream, so please keep it safe. I do have it set that it's not meant for children, I'll say that, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to find it, so in moderation. Also, at any time, Spacey Mama might be watching. She does lurk. I won't say who she is, but she does lurk. So please, please don't embarrass me. It was more for you, Wayne, but yeah, on that same advice. Yes, yes, true. I picked that up, but it was also something that I hadn't said yet, and I felt like I needed to say it, you know? Ah, Spacey, ever a sight for sore eyes. By your return, I take it you are ready for the final trial. Very well. Let us... Guildmaster Uwain! Oh, yeah, this quest is actually pretty good. You are wounded. What has happened? Oh no, embarrassing friends. Embarrass you, no. No! Embarrassing, fine. Don't... You know what I mean. Don't say anything you wouldn't say in front of your own mothers. Oh! Did I just... Did I, like, stutter a little bit with the stream? I don't think I dropped any frames. It just went red for a second. I'm like, oh, where'd my connection go? See, even the connection is like, no, we're not talking about this. We were attacked, sir, by a Duskwhite Lancer as we trained in the forest. He was impossibly strong. A demon. He kept screaming something about teaching us true courage. Thought that was on my side. No, I had a red blip on my end, so that was probably my internet connection. It could be people, like, starting to get home from work, so I don't know. He kept screaming something about teaching us true courage. No, not him. Not Folks. We were in the northwest corner of the central shroud when it happened. I was able to get away, but the others... You must help the others. Be strong, man. I'm sorry, Spacey. The trial must wait. Pray make haste to the central shroud and help your comrades. And Spacey, should Folks force your hand, do what must be done. 12 speeds you on your way. It has been stuttering a bit. Okay, good to know. Huh. I wonder what it is, because I haven't done anything, like, graphics-wise. But that is good to know that it's stuttering, so I can look into it. Could just be too many people at home today. Who knows? Central Shroud, I have to go out here. No, yeah. The notification, or not the notification, the, where it is on my OBS is, like, kind of off in a corner, so I don't notice it right away if it does stutter. I think for this one I have to go around. Why is that boy just standing there? Oh, he's part of the fate. Got it. Do what must be done. A load's gone, then I shall do what I must. Yeah, it's by the cliff. Ah! Okay, it is the other way around. Never mind. Because I remember it being down at that part, so... Ah! This is fine. Don't worry about it. And then, so I think we do this one and then we go down later or something. Maybe it ends up down there and I'm just misremembering. Because I did these quests so, like, a handful of years ago. I don't remember exactly. Help! For the love of the 12, help me! Oh, goodness. Terrifying.
not on him. The once, bruh. You can tell I have tank in my blood because I immediately turned them away from him. Yippee! It's funny that it's just for those 4 things that you gotta kill. I owe you my life, friend. Another breath and I would have become worm fodder. A dusk-white lancer unleashed the fiends upon us, claiming it would temper our courage. You should have seen the look in his eye when he said it. Mad bastard. Where can I find him? Where is he now? I think he headed off towards the North Shroud, maybe in the direction of Falgord Float? I can't say for sure. I was concentrating on the Scalekin at the time. If it's a reckoning you seek, you are like to be disappointed. Those of us who managed to outrun the worms will have already alerted the whalers. I dare say the Duskwhite is being held at spear point as we speak, begging for his worthless life in a puddle of his own piss. Serves the bastard right and all. Tank mains will always be tank mains. True. You can take the tank main out of tank class, but you can't take the tank class out of the tank main. I'm going to perform like a tank. Nar. I think this stream's going to be about 3 hours long, which honestly is a pretty good stream, considering I've not been streaming as much lately. And again, I am sorry about that. I just got so busy and not feeling well. Actual sickness, food sickness, several things, so I'm going way over there. I might try to do some shorter streams later in the week as time goes by. Again, if time permits. Average runtime? Yeah, it's about 3 hours is pretty average for me. I can go longer, just it just depends on what I'm playing, like whether I beat the game or whatever. So there he is. No, they're dead. Okay, I've had about enough out of this kid. What kept you? Helping your comrades, you say? Fool. You waste your pity on false friends. It is only a matter of time before they betray you. Aye, just like those wretches who saw me imprisoned and exiled. I was once an upright citizen of Gridania, and a man of the Lancers Guild. Yet life was not easy. For want of the coin to obtain the barest of necessities, I conspired with my closest comrades to steal from the guild's coffers. The theft soon came to light, and though there were no suspects, it was clear that the deed had been perpetrated by someone within the ranks. An air of suspicion hung heavy over the guild from that day forth, until at last, unable to bear the guilt, I convinced my accomplices to join me in confessing. Only for them to bite their craven tongues after I had stepped forward and admitted my part in the crime. And so it was that I alone took the blame. Of course it was the Duskwhite, everyone said. Was there ever any doubt? It all made perfect sense. Despite my heartfelt pleas, my so-called friends denied any involvement. Instead, they called me vulgar names that I do not care to repeat. Can you imagine the shock and anguish I felt at their betrayal? Would that I had the strength to force the truth out of those traitors. Would that I had had the courage to escape my dungeon cell,
even if it meant taking some hapless guard's life. Driven by vengeance and no small amount of self-loathing, I resolved to forge my courage anew. I strode into the lairs of ravenous fiends while drenched in blood. I put their helpless offspring to the spear, that I might face the unbridled fury of their kin. For my efforts, I have acquired the ultimate courage. A courage forged amidst danger and tempered by rage. I fear nothing. I am the greatest lancer that has ever lived. This dude has dealt with so much racism and so much issue. I wish there was something we could do to help him, like, genuinely. Because, like, for some people, it just really just... You're dealt a bad hand, and it sucks. And I'm not going to read all of the things that he's saying. Which is fine. He's just kind of... Ah! I forgot he could do that. I feel sorry for him too. Eh? What do you mean you're summoning zombies? I forgot that was a thing. Hello? Come on. Wait. If ever want to write for me, gonna get such a redemption arc. Yes, good. Impossible. My courage is absolute. No, come no closer. No. And it's really telling there when he falls is like he thought he had courage, but every bit of courage left him as he faced that. And it hurts. I mean, okay, so he's done a lot of bad things. He was dealt a bad hand. I'm of the belief that everyone deserves second chances. It really is, I mean, it's annoying, yes. It's an unfortunate mirror of reality, and I hate that it is. Where am I going? I'm lost. No, I'm not. I go this way. So, like, having those issues still be, like, rampant, and then wanting to better the reality that is around you, it can help. Because it's a really touchy subject, and I have opinions on it because of where the game is based out of, and related topics, if that makes sense, because that's about as far as I think I can go on it. But it's a thing to consider where this game originates and how the peoples in that area can especially in older generations, don't look fondly upon their neighbors. is, I think, the most delicate way I can say that. He didn't have to turn blood for blood. But again, I'm the type that everyone deserves a second chance. He consistently got dealt a terrible hand and never really got a chance to really prove his mettle, if that makes sense. So, like, why not give him that second chance? Yippee! And at the end of the day, that's probably just a difference between the belief of the two of us. And that's fine. We can have differing, like, opinions on things. But I just feel like had someone been willing... If he had been willing to stop and correct his own methods of trying to deal with the fallout of that, and someone also be willing to show him how to truly actually work in his society, or remove him from the society altogether, and, you know, maybe he would have thrived in another city. You never know. So there's, I want him to have a chance for redemption, and he's never given that. And that kind of hurts. Which, again, is part of life. Like, not everyone gets second chances. But at the very least, like, yes, it's fantasy. No one actually died, but there's a lot of topics that still hit for real life. And it's really up to you what you take out of that. Life is unfair and cruel. That I can get behind. It is. We can make it what it is. But, yeah. Anyway. So Folks is no more. His was a tragic tale. Exactly! And one that might have been so different. Had fate not dealt him such a cruel hand, he could have well commanded a place of honor within these halls. But it avails us not to dwell upon what might have been. It is enough that you are still with us, Spacey. He's so right. He really could have been, like, a powerhouse for the Lancers Guild. If he hadn't been betrayed so heartily. But here we are. Lest you wonder about your final trial, there will be none. I have seen all I need to see. You have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that yours is a genuine courage. In recognition of this, I shall pass to you the secrets of Lance Charge, one of the most potent abilities in our arsenal. You are a Lancer in your own right now. There is not more I can teach you. From here onwards, it is up to you to seek out such challenges as will make you grow. Like attracts like, and the strong are drawn to strength. Just as I once knew for a certainty that I was destined to face the Lord of the Bramble Patch, so too will you, or be found by, an adversary of equal worth. Adversary brain. None can say what fate will bring, but armed with your courage, there is naught you need fear. Keep close to your heart the lessons you have learned. The lessons you have learned here, and go forth to blaze a new trail with spear in hand. Thank you. I'm gonna take... I don't have pants. Honestly, the gloves would be nice. Time to go and meet the new mentor. True! New mentor. So excited. Yippee! And I'm level 35. Let's go. New spear. Looks shiny. Shiny and nice. Him! Eye of the Dragon. I dare say you might just be the right woman for the job. The guild has urgent need of a capable lancer for a mission beyond our nation's borders. Hear me out, if you will. I've received word from an Ishgardian friend to the effect that he requires our aid. I would have you go and provide that aid. As you may already know, due to her ongoing conflict with the dragons, Ishgard has kept her gates closed to outsiders for some time. The occasional dragoon is on patrol duty is about all folks see these days. In spite of her self-imposed isolation, however, the Holy See has never failed to honor her obligations to her allies. It is only fitting that we answer the call and lend what assistance we can. To this end, we offer to dispatch a contingent of wood whalers with all haste, but were politely informed that they would not be welcome, much to our initial confusion. It was later explained that we are dealing with a matter of some sensitivity, best handled by individuals who are capable and trustworthy, yet unbound by allegiance, and who fits that description save adventurers. Secrecy being paramount, I can provide no details as to the nature of the task. All you need know will be revealed at the rendezvous point. Should you accept the mission, take yourself to the observatorium. A knight by the name of Sir Alberic will receive you upon arrival. Alberic, let's go! Do I do the level 35 quest as well? Okay, wait. I would have to port here. Can you shush about my English? I'm trying my best. I'm out of practice. Oh, the official Final Fantasy channel is live. Oh, it's that. I know what it is. Go this way. Capital. The powerhouse himself, one of the only Azure Dragoons to not go crazy. Let's go. Heck yeah! Oh, I went down. Oops. I didn't mean to go this way. I mean, you can tease me, but at some point, teasing gets really tiring. I'm just saying. And then it's no fun for the person getting it. You can mess up enough space, eventually make your own dialect. True! Goodness knows I'm trying to jump between all of the different accents and dialects and whatnot. I am but a small bean. Yippee! New area! All dialects are acceptable in the world of English. True! Yeah, I know at this point you're just... You're BSing. I remember the first time I came into Kurthus, it was like one of those thick blizzards that really blocks your vision, and so I was just like in shock and awe and fear of like having to make my way through a full blizzard in game. And then I wandered too far to the west and ran into like the high level enemies, and I was just like, ah, where do I go? It was fun. A good time. Hello. Especially seen as though you're doing different British accents and dialects. I am attempting the dialects and accents. I apologize if I get them wrong, because I'm going to. Yeah, UK, get your act together. No! Leave them. I like the accents. They're fun and they add flavor. And it shows a larger history than the conglomerate of the US that is very homogenous. Please. Keep your uniqueness. Did you know that the accent dialect used mostly in limits is actually a western countryside accent rather than the western eastern coastline accents that they probably imagined originally? That's actually really cool. That's because, like, to an American's ears, it sounds pirate accent. Like, that's what we associate very much so with pirates. Sorry, you lot are boring. True! No /J, Sondrin. You tell us like it is. Amgard, have you even tried beans on bread? Also, it's beans on toast. Because, like, would try. You're just eating them plain silly. True!
I'm gonna let you two fight, and I'm gonna talk through the cutscene. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom Ywain sent word. Greetings and well met. I am Sir Alberic Bale, Knight of Ishgard. The Holy See is much obliged to you for your aid. Time being of the essence, I shall proceed straight to the heart of the matter. The eye, an Ishgardian relic of immeasurable worth, has been stolen, and we have reason to believe the culprit has come this way. So it is that we ask your assistance in its recovery. The thief has been identified as a man named Estinian, a dragoon sworn to the service of the Holy See. Aye, you heard true. The crime was perpetrated by one of our own, an individual in a position of trust and no little honor. You may be assured that a fate worse than death awaits him upon capture. I forgot that this is how intense it gets with the dragoon storyline. You're in a dungeon right now. I know you two always fight. That's why I'm leaving you be. Jeez. My duties to the sea offer me little opportunity to travel far beyond the walls of Ishgard. I must confess to a grave ignorance of recent Gridanian affairs. I was told that a sentry by the name of Logadanrel? Oh my gosh, here we go. Logadanrel might have knowledge of routes oft taken by Ishgardian fugitives. I would prefer to keep my identity a secret, and thus would have you gather what information you can from the man. We must act quickly, for you see, Estinian is... But I have already said too much. What matters is that we find our thief and the eye with all haste. When last sighted, Estinian was clad in black armor. Now go, and speak not a word of what I have told you to anyone. Pepper and cheese. See, that sounds great. Delicate flavor profile. Help. That's funny. Oh, this area doesn't count as a sanctuary. Routes favored by Ishgardian fugitives? Now that's a question I don't hear every day. You aren't plotting some unsavory act yourself, are you? Even if you were, I doubt you'd make it far. Any road, we've caught a few fleeing to the North Shroud. Well, with Gridania being home to nearly as many Elezen as Ishgard, it's no easy task to identify outsiders. If you're on the hunt for someone, you could do worse than to fit... I'm reading too fast is the issue. If you're on the hunt for someone, you could do worse than to visit Florentel's spire in the North Shroud and speak with a man named Idristan. If any suspicious persons have crossed the border in recent days, he'd be the first to know. Back to the Shroud! You didn't need to say that? I mean, they can say it if it's true. Sounds like it's true. Expand your palate, boy. Brain before mouth. I am not the only person in my life that has that issue. When your brain gets going faster than your mouth, then, you know, sometimes things are said that are not meant, or, you know, things come out of mouth faster than brain can process. It's several things. English food isn't 75% artificial. True! Okay, listen, Sandrine has a point there. Isn't true, but it's far more unagreeable food. What unagreeable foods? Very seldom have I come across a food I cannot eat. And the only reason I have restrictions now is because of my body just not liking them. Not for lack of not liking the flavor. Oh. I forgot chat sensor. Hail, adventurer! Yes, I am the one tasked with monitoring those who would enter our lands by way of Kurthis. An Ishgardian knight clad in black armor? No, I recall nothing of the sort. And such a striking visitor would be difficult to forget. Ooh, excuse me. My apologies, friend. I can only suggest that you return to Logadanrel. Loja?
I don't know why I'm tripping up on this name so much. French! And see if he has any other theories. I've also been considering, doing maybe even just like half an hour or an hour long stream over on my YouTube channel, which is where I have all of my VODs, of course, but I don't know. I just want to see if there's a different crowd over there. See if we can't get any more space cadets. Also to see like how different the YouTube streaming is versus Twitch. But that's more just like curiosity more than anything. Ishgardian knight clad in black, you say? Looks at my shadow. True! Don't mind me, Alberic. I swear I'm getting information. No luck, you say? Most curious. Why, it is nigh impossible that a fugitive could make it this far without being espied from Florentel's spire. Which leaves the possibility that your man is still in Ishgard. It runs counter to good sense. Would the fugitive not want to put a distance of grounds between him and his pursuers? But by the process of deduction, it is a possibility. The clans of Ishgard are not kind to drifters and vagabonds. That said, there has been talk of curious smoke wafting from a cave east of here at night. Were I you, I would begin my search there. Yep. Yeah, I can tell my voice is already starting to die a little bit. Whoopsie! So I think I'll do just the one quest. I can save 35 for later on in the MSQ. Ooh, I have to kill these anyway. Get over here. Have you ever tried deep dish pizza? Yes, I have. It's delicious. I prefer that it's not so much bread. Because I can eat it, but I'm not a fan of crust. That said, I will eat it. I just prefer if it's more like a breadstick and not like crunch. So I like thick crust, but then thin under crust, which is really hard to do. Yeah, I don't like pizza if it's too bready. Like, oh, him! That Ishgard would resort to sending coin-starved adventurers after me. I know not whether to laugh or feel insulted. Him! The eye. It rouses for another? Preposterous. Oh, I have my sensor up. My bad. Our paths shall cross again. You can be sure of it. I cannot do his low voice, but let me tell you, whoo! The boy. Him! When there's a deep love for many NPCs, it's hard to pick a favorite. Chonker! No. A dragoon clad in black, you say? Tell me all that transpired. Oh, by the fury, that the eye would choose another.
Did find his outfit as a homeless man. I don't understand what you're saying here. Are you talking about a Stinkian? I'm sorry, I don't follow. I had not thought it possible. In light of recent events, it would seem an explanation is in order. The eye is no ordinary relic. It harbors the power of the dragon, which it bestows upon a single chosen soul, the strongest and wisest dragoon. He who is chosen is possessed of the power to fight our mortal foes, the dragons of Dravania, on equal footing, soaring the firmament as if it were an extension of the land. That man is known as the Azure Dragoon. The Azure Dragoon is the light of hope for all Ishgardians, and the paragon of all dragoons. For this reason, you may imagine how it pains me to have to confess that the man you encountered, the thief, is none other than the Azure Dragoon, and that I was once his teacher. Needless to say, I acknowledge myself accountable for Estinian's misdeeds, and I need to do all in my power to find him and recover the eye, but I cannot do this alone. I require your help, Spacey, you who have received the power of the dragon. You may labor to believe it, but there can be no mistake. The soul of the dragoon I bear glows in your presence, irrefutable proof that you are chosen. What I can ill explain, however, is the why of it. Never before in Ishgard's long history has the eye roused to more than one individual in a single generation, but it avails us not to cudgel our brains about it. The fact of the matter is that you are now a vessel for the power of the dragon. That dragon lies yet in slumber. However, you must needs possess the means to wake it, the soul of the dragoon. I would entrust you with mine, Spacey. Like Estinian, I once ruled the skies as the Azure Dragoon, although that power has since become lost to me. It was simply by force of habit that I have hitherto kept the soul upon my person. I have no inkling as to why the eye has seen fit to choose a second, and an outsider at that. Yet one thing is clear. None can challenge the Azure Dragoon and conceivably prevail save another Azure Dragoon. I don't know why I'm tripping up so much. I was doing so good. You are our only hope of bringing Estinian to justice and reclaiming the eye. Of course, I do not ask that you do this unaided. I may be a dragoon no longer, but what knowledge I have, I shall gladly impart unto you. For indeed, when the time comes that you must face the Azure Dragoon, not less than complete mastery over the power of the dragon will avail you. That a perilous road lies ahead of you, I shall not deny. Knowing this, if you would still lend me your lance, I will teach you to harness the power that has chosen you. Go forth, my young dragoon, and rouse the dragon within. I look forward to your return. Yippee! Now, I'm gonna hold off on, Dragoon! Yippee! Not Stinky in the outfit he wears outside of combat. Oh, yeah, that is a good outfit. Yippee! Level 35. I'm gonna hold off on equipping my jobstone because I don't want to have to redo my hotbars on stream. I'll probably do it afterward. Get this. Little amigo. So, at this point, I'm going to go and turn in my MSQ. We can boing! We can! We can jump! And then I have to prepare for some people coming over tonight. So, alas, I must away. Again, once I finish turning in this quest. I went to the wrong location. I'm the smartest. This is fine. We have enough to last us. And when the little tickets run out, then we can just go to Limsa and use the boat.
There we go. Yippee! I'm returned. I'm back on track. I finished 3 job quests. Why have you returned? You are not welcome here. I thought I made that clear. I have a recommendation. You spoke with Meffred. It has been so long since I last heard from him. I had feared him dead. 12 be praised. Whoever you are, Meffred sees you as a friend, and any friend of Meffred is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek, and I will tell you what I can. Yippee! Oh! And I can get my chocobo to fight now. Yippee! I think this is where I'm gonna call it for now. I'm just gonna find a tent to go off and sit in the corner for a bit. I still need to set up my favorites and everything. Goodness gracious. Thank you so much for coming today, everyone. I am fast losing, like, mental capacity. So, let us chill here and see. Let's see who we can raid. Denzea's playing Alien Isolation. That might be a little bit much for some people, but Otsu for stream, thank you. I think for now we're just going to end it. I don't think I'm going to do a raid today. So go raid 5. Can I? I guess technically I can. There's 1.6 viewers. I don't know, am I allowed to? I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. You could do a manual raid. You don't have to say you're for me because I'm literally no one to them. But I'm gonna end. Go and sounds like a bad idea. Yeah, as fun as it would be, I'm just not a big enough streamer to warrant that. So go join in over there on the Final Fantasy channel if you want. Go get some good sleep if you need it. This Space Cat is going to sign off. Let me transition. And oh my goodness, I have competing sounds. There we go. Thank you so much. Have a good night, and I will see you next time, which will probably be Sunday. Otherwise, possibly a Gorilla Thursday, Friday, Saturday.